That's mainly due to I am working on that, by the way. I have an appointment already, so it will be fixed. But since I haven't done it in a while, I realized I had a little bit of service, so I'm going to give it a go. So today is like day 10 or something like that. Honestly, after day 3, it's pretty much you lose track of time. That's kind of what you do. Anyway, as you could probably tell, I just got out of the shower. You could tell that because I've got the freaking ringlets going on, and I tried to brush through them. I did, but they're still, yeah, they're going to be there for a minute. Anyway, so I just got out of the shower, and this is mainly for my female viewers that may or may not know this yet, but I noticed something. Okay, so I wax. That's my preferred way of removing body hair. Anyway, so I was waxing, and I realized something. It does not hurt half as bad when you are fasting. Don't know why. I really don't. I have no idea, like, why it would not. But it doesn't. Like, honestly, it wasn't bad at all. It was just like, oh, okay, this is new. Because it didn't sting, it didn't hurt, it just was like, whoa. Now, I'm assuming it's got something to do with, like, my pulse always slows down when I'm fasting. I'm not sure why, but it does. And maybe that's why, because there's not as much blood rushing through it. I'm not really sure, but it was super interesting. Anyway, I basically wanted to just check in since I haven't been able to do a live in a minute. So that was my interesting findings for today. Y'all might find it interesting. Y'all might find it boring. Y'all might just laugh your butts off because I thought that it was interesting. But I figured I'd share it. So, I mean, ladies out there that are debating fasting and are worried about it, don't even worry because apparently it doesn't hurt. And that's new. Sorry, I had to reconnect apparently. Anyway, I was answering Flossie D's question. So, I have fasted 3 extended fasts. The first one was 40 days straight. The second one was 10 days. Right now is 10 days and counting. So those are my extended fasts. But the little 3-day fasts, I don't really count those, I guess. I've done several of those. I've done 3 of those this year, I think, of just the 3-day fasts. I don't know. Like I said, today is day 10, so I'm not sure how many days since I didn't attempt it until today. Today was my, okay, I've put it off long enough, let's get this done. So I was just in a stuff done mood today, so I washed my car and washed clothes, cleaned the house. Actually, I was on my period when I started this fast. Probably a little TMI, but yeah. No, it doesn't actually make it worse. If anything, it helps the cramps a little bit. I'm not sure why on that either. When I was doing the extended fast, it took a lot out of me, but we were also doing 30,000 steps a day with the extended fasting plus my cycle. It was just a whole lot all at once, plus all the added stress. Right now, I'm not as stressed. So, it was a different thing this time, I guess. It actually, for the last, all 3 fasts that I've done extended, I have been on my period for at least part of it. I don't think so. I'm only 23 years old. That might be why I look kind of youthful, because I thought that I was old, to be honest. Like, I will be right back. And I've lost, well, see, my weight bounces around just a little bit. Everyone's does, but mine has bounced from, I started at 204 pounds. That was my very first fast. That was the 40-day fast that I started with. That's how I made such a big change. I went from 240 to 160 pounds at the end of that fast. From then, I took it on myself to lose weight without fasting well, without focusing on fasting, basically. So I did this thing where I was eating healthy and working out and doing challenges. And then I fasted for 10 days again, and I got down to 145.6 or something like that. And then once I refed, I was up to 152. And then I've been bouncing between 152 and 163. That was the heaviest I've ever been, but that was fully fed. And honestly, I drank a whole lot of water that day, as well as overate a little bit. I didn't go over my calorie count exactly, but I had a ton of fruits and, well, not fruits, but, well, technically tomatoes are fruits. So a lot of tomatoes and like tuna and stuff, and that stuff ended up being really heavy because you can eat, it's only 5 calories an ounce for tomato. So you can eat a lot, a lot of tomato for very, very little calories. So I thought that I was like beating the odds on that. So I ended up getting up to 163 when I weighed that night, and I freaked out. And then the next morning I woke up and I was 159. So it was just like, oh, cool. So basically I am at 148 right now. When I started this fast, I had gotten up to 159, and I was like, okay, I've been trying to lose it, all of this stress and stuff, because I don't know if all of y'all know, but I moved, and moving is extremely stressful, and when you are stressed, you tend to retain weight somehow. Anyway, so in total, probably about 60 pounds. Almost 60 pounds, because I'm at 148 and I started at 204. And that was at the beginning of the year. So 4 pounds less than 60, so 56, right? I think 56. Anyway, so I'm trying right now, I'm trying to get where I'll be under 150 refed. Would you have been able to do the fast without your dad's motivation and guidance? Probably not. For the 40-day fast, I would have been too afraid to do it. How did you find your dad's boot camp? It was trying, it was challenging, but it was also extremely rewarding. And if I hadn't have stayed to it, if I hadn't dedicated to it, then I wouldn't be where I am right now. And even at my, even when I was 159 pounds, I still kind of liked the way I looked. So I wasn't against it, especially seeing as I started the year at 204. So I was still kind of happy, but I just wanted to, you know, get the last few pounds off, and fasting seems to be the fastest way to do it, obviously, because it's in the name. Get it? Yes, Flossie D, she was running like a silly butt, and she fell, and she got scared. She didn't actually get hurt, thankfully. But of course, you know, as mommies do, I tend to like fly straight to my kids when something's going on. It doesn't matter what I was doing. I'm going. Yeah, I would say that I'm a little bit more confident. I'm much more confident too. Okay, well, yeah. Actually, I got a haircut for the first time in over 7 years, and I was so, like, I almost cried when they took the first snip, but I thought about it for weeks and was just like, I was dedicated to it. So they took the first snip, and I was like holding back tears. I was like, oh my goodness, this is happening. I can't go back now. I can't say no. It's happening. And they ended up taking right at or a little over a foot of hair off my, you know, off the length. So it's like, it's still like super long in comparison to most people classify as long, but it no longer reaches and tickles the back of my knees. So it's good. Now it's just like barely, for lack of better terminology, booty length. So I didn't want to get rid of all of my length because I like my hair long. I don't mind the extra weight that it adds. can hide behind it. Boot camp was, I know it looked hard and it was hard and it was humiliating and embarrassing. And honestly, I needed every bit of it because I needed to get over being so easily embarrassed. I needed to learn to not be so shy. And obviously, I needed to get healthy, and he helped me do all of that. My dad is freaking awesome. He is like my biggest idol ever. I'm like the ultimate daddy's girl. Anyway, if that is all the questions y'all have got for me, I'm gonna go ahead and end this so I can put my hair in a ponytail because obviously you can tell it's annoying me. So I will see you later. Feel free to check in on my videos whenever I post them. I might actually see if I can do another live as an update versus doing a video because y'all can actually ask questions and it's a little bit more fun for me. I'm not just talking to a camera and then hoping that y'all are going to talk back later. So I'll talk to you later. Y'all have a great day, guys. Oh, okay, Rebecca. What's your question? Caught me like literally just in time, too. So we're going to wait for Rebecca's question so I can answer that before I get off of here. Does fasting thin your hair out? Okay. I used some hair, a lot of hair actually, but I was under an extreme amount of stress, not just from boot camp, from like life in itself. And that amount of stress would be unhealthy for anybody. Honestly, I'm surprised that I got through it, but I got through it thanks to boot camp making me stronger. So I did lose quite a bit of hair, but as you can still see, let me pull this all around. I have more than my fair share of hair still. I've always had extremely thick hair, like extremely. I know that some people can lose hair due to fasting, but I didn't lose any while I was fasting. The whole extended fast, I did not lose any, nothing out of the ordinary. Other than when I was brushing my hair too fast and, hair, it falls out if you brush it too fast, because you kind of just yank it out. But other than that, I didn't lose any until after boot camp. It was several weeks after boot camp, and I'd gotten like super, super stressed. And yeah, but I haven't lost any hair this fast at all. So my hair is definitely not thin, like by anybody's standards. Not at all. I hope that answered your question. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment on any of my videos. Now, it might take me a day or two to get the notification, but I will answer it. So, other than that, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.